All right, for today's microdose workout, all we're doing is 2 exercises. We have a front squat and a pull-up. I'm gonna do ring assisted pull-ups. And then for the front squat, we're doing 3 total sets. First set, we're going for a burn. All right, so I want an 8 out of 10 burn in my quads on this first set. So I'm gonna go nice and light. And then set 2 and 3, we'll go up. We'll go down to 6 reps and we'll go as explosive as we can on the way up. All right. So for this first one, I'm going to generally go for around 10 reps or 8 out of 10 burn, right? So that might be 8 reps, that might be 12 reps. We don't know until we try it out. I'm going to go heels elevated. You don't have to do that, but helps me get a little bit of depth and it helps me keep my torso upright, which is what we want when we're trying to get more of a knee dominant, quad dominant squat. So if you're getting into your squat, not heels elevated, and you're going down and you're collapsing forward, then you're going to make it more hip dominant. So I would rather you just elevate your heels a little bit. So we're going alternating set. So once I feel fresh, then I go into my pull-ups. If you can easily crank out 6 regular pull-ups, that's great. If not, do ring assisted. I haven't done pull-ups in a while, so I'm going to do ring assisted today so I can take it a little more slow and controlled. I also don't want your pull-ups to be swinging all over the place. Form looks bad. It's really jerky. I want everything to be slow, controlled, and smooth. So if you cannot crank out smooth pull-ups, I don't like the injury risk in season. So if that's the case, then you can go in assisted pull-up. You can either go band assisted, partner assisted, or my favorite is just on a ring, or you could go like on a barbell and just bend the knees, and then we're here, all right? What I like about those is you can scale it up or scale it back as much as you want based on how much pressure I have in the feet. So I'm going really light pressure in the feet, but if you need more, you can always ground your feet a little bit more, even use your legs to push up a little bit. So that weight is kind of like a moderate weight, but it allows me to be explosive. Not so explosive that I could easily jump with the weight. That would be too light. But it is enough weight for me to go max intent. So that moderate, almost getting into what you would consider heavy, that's a good weight here. So the priority here is more speed. If I was hooked up to a velocity tracker, I would want to be maybe 0.8 meters per second. I know most of you guys aren't using that, but for the nerds, 0.8 meters per second is good. So think about this as like a moderately heavy weight, but I can still accelerate it pretty fast. It shouldn't feel slow and grindy, but it shouldn't feel so light that like you could easily jump with it, right? Shouldn't be a jump squat weight. As this phase goes on, we can definitely progressively overload and try to stay around that 0.8. So film yourself, should be a smooth concentric, not getting stuck. And then my goal is, okay, how much weight week after week can I add while still making it look that smooth? So you know how you would lift with say a barbell, it would just be down and up and it would just be smooth, like no sticking points. Then it's like, okay, can I do that with 45-pound plates on it? Okay, can I do that? Can I make it look like an unloaded bar with 45 and 10s and then 45 and 20, 45 and 25? And so you're just gradually overloading as long as it continues to look smooth. At some point, you're going to run into a point where you progressively overload, you add weight, and you start to get stuck, and it starts to get really grindy, and you come forward, and the knees collapse in, and the hips shift. That's the point most people keep pushing because they got it up. And they go, okay, that I'm winning, I got it up. No, if you're a power lifter, you're winning. That's where we separate powerlifting versus training for a sport like basketball. If I'm getting stuck and I'm starting to compensate, that's where it starts to get more dangerous. So I want to make this weight look like it's an unloaded bar. That's how smooth I want to get on the concentric. All right, guys, good work today. Super short, efficient microdose workout. Remember, even though you feel like you can go do more right now, let's cut it short. Let's live to battle another day. Until next time, I'm out.